The zombies in this movie are not only fast but also very dangerous. They can catch a running airplane in just a few seconds. Some zombies have also become a little smart. They can sense their enemy from far away and can break strong human-made doors. Let's not talk too much now. Let's start the movie. A small boy is sitting at home and watching cartoons. Suddenly the TV stops working. An important message appears on the screen. The news says that a strange virus is spreading in the world. This virus turns people into scary zombies within minutes. The virus spreads very fast and many cities have been destroyed. The boy is watching all this carefully. Then he hears a sound from the upstairs room. He slowly goes upstairs. He finds out that it was a joke by his sister. At that moment, their father makes a video call. He is working outside on duty. He tells his wife and children to leave the city and go to their relative's house because the zombie virus has reached their city too. The little girl smiles when she sees the lucky badge she made in her father's hand. The mother has packed everything. Loud screaming is coming from outside. She doesn't wait and quickly leaves the house with both children. As they are about to sit in the car, a zombie grabs the mother. The girl hides under the car and watches her little brother die. She is shaking with fear. Then she sees her mother becoming a zombie and coming toward her. Suddenly she hears gunshots. An uncle comes like an angel and saves the girl. He tells her to cover her ears. Then he shoots her zombie brother. 10 years have passed now. Because of the zombie virus, the human world has ended. The cities that were once beautiful are now empty and broken. The little girl has now grown up. Uncle Cassius trained her and made her strong enough to live in the forest. The girl wants to live with people. Her biggest wish is to find a human village where she can stay. But Cassius thinks the safest place is a quiet and empty area. One night, Cassius wakes up from the alarm sound outside. He carefully steps out of his camp. A zombie attacks him. But Cassius shoots it and kills it. They both become sad because where there is one zombie, there are more zombies. So before morning they pack their things and decide to leave. On the way their horses start acting strange. Cassius understands that danger is near. They both look around. Far away they see a jeep fallen after a zombie attack. At first, Cassius doesn't care. But the girl shoots without saying anything. So they are forced to kill the other zombies too. Then they go to the jeep and start collecting useful things. Cassius wears the shoes of a dead man. As he ties the shoes, he hears a woman's voice from inside the vehicle. They find out that the dead people had other friends too. Cassius quickly wants to leave. But suddenly, some cars arrive very fast. Many people with weapons surround them. Some people find the same shoes that Cassius had taken off. They suspect that these people killed their friends. As the tension grows between both sides, the pregnant woman gets out of the car. She tells her group to let AP and Cassius go. Suddenly, the black horse gives a warning again. In the next moment, running sounds come from the forest. Many zombies rush in from all sides like a crowd. No one has enough time to escape. So they stop and start fighting. A smart zombie watches the others while they fight. The people left alive have no place to hide. Soon their number becomes smaller. A strong man is sadly attacked by a zombie. Malik wants to shoot him, but he has no bullets left. Then he helps the pregnant woman get into the jeep. Cassius comes back while fighting and kills the smart zombie. He quickly drives the car out of the crowd of zombies. A zombie with a black face sees the dead woman and screams like his wife just died. Meanwhile, Cassius saves the pregnant woman and her baby from the zombies. When they ask her, they learn that the group wanted to go to a safe place called Ship Down. When she hears this, Abby becomes very happy because she always wanted to go there. After planning the way, Cassius prepares to drive. But a man comes out of the car and introduces himself. His name is Devitt and he is a mechanic. But due to missing parts he cannot fix the car. So Cassius and the others decide to walk. They go through a mountain road and reach AP's hometown. Friends, if you are watching this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. The tall buildings are still standing there, but the place looks dead and silent. When they see an open building they decide to spend the night there. There is no sign of danger. They light a fire and cook food. Abby knows a lot about Ship Down. The pregnant woman had already talked to someone there on wireless. As the name shows, Ship Down is made by joining many big ships. It is not connected to land, so it is very safe. There is no shortage of food and water there. That is why it is the best place for people who survived. AP becomes happy after hearing this. But Cassius is not interested. He goes outside to set up traps for safety. After finishing everything, Cassius says he will drop Megan and her husband a little further. After that, they will take different ways. According to the map, there was a port on the other side. So Abby becomes very upset. She secretly goes to Cassius and argues with him. She wants to know why he is not going with them. Cassius replies wisely that where more people live, the danger is higher. But Abby does not understand this and does not believe that people can be bad. She fights with Cassius and in anger goes to spend the night alone upstairs. They do not know that the black-faced zombie has heard the sound of the car they left. It seems like the zombie leader is now ready to fight Cassius. The next morning, Abby is looking at her childhood photos when she hears a rustling sound from below. She quickly understands that the zombies have entered the place. She wants to go downstairs and warn everyone. But on the way she sees zombies. She reacts very quickly and hurts one of the attacking zombies. But in doing so she loses her balance. Then Cassius appears again and saves Abby once more. A little later, the black-faced zombie also reaches there with his group. But all of them get trapped in the trap that was already set. After hearing the sound of the blast, Cassius realizes that the zombies will now come after them quickly. At that moment, Abby remembers that there is a small airport not far away. Her father used to take her there in childhood. Maybe there is still a plane left. Cassius has no hope, but he agrees because Abby insists. A little ahead they really find a small airport. But everyone becomes sad because there is not even one plane there. Then Abby remembers that her father had bought a private hangar which is now hidden like a small hill. When she opens the door in the old way, there is really a small plane inside. Abby smiles with happiness because her words turn out to be true. Since the plane has not been used for many days, mechanic David says it must be fixed. Cassius and Abby go into a tall building to rest for some time. But before they can relax, they see zombies coming from a distance. Cassius runs quickly to tell David that the plane must fly within 3 minutes even if it is not fully fixed. Abby sees the zombies coming and forgets everything. She starts the plane with the help of her old memories. By that time, many zombies have reached the runway. They come very close to the plane. Then Cassius shoots one of the zombies. At last, Abby understands the control of the plane and lifts it slowly into the air. The black-faced zombie looks up at the sky. His eyes show many emotions. Everyone sitting in the plane is very happy because they are soon going to reach Ship Town. But suddenly, smoke starts coming out from the back of the plane. Then it begins to fall straight toward the ground. Luckily, the plane was not flying very high. Because of several bumps, the speed becomes slow. All 4 people get only small injuries. But now the plane is not usable anymore. They have to travel by foot. They keep walking and reach an empty railway station. There are no zombies there. When they are sure that the place is safe, they decide to stay there for the night. The port and Ship Town are on the other side of the mountain. The group of poor people agrees to walk with them for some distance. After seeing his injured wife, David quietly goes into a room. He sees a dangerous mark under his pants. A few days ago, a zombie had bitten David. David thinks about shooting himself. But he stops because he remembers his future wife. The next morning, Cassius finds David acting strange. He secretly checks David's leg and sees the bite mark. Megan is asking him to move forward, so Cassius decides not to kill David yet. As they keep walking, night falls and they see a farmhouse. Cassius takes out his gun quietly and moves forward. Suddenly, a voice comes from a speaker on the door. When they learn someone is inside, they say they mean no harm. When the owner finds out there is a pregnant woman with them, he agrees to let them in. After giving up all their weapons, the old man welcomes them. He has set up solar power and rainwater filter at the house. At last, one woman gets to take a hot shower. They all enjoy a tasty dinner. Then Cassius charges his laptop. He looks at photos of his wife. One picture shows his wife was also pregnant. After looking at the photos, Cassius goes to Megan. He tells her that he has changed his mind. Now he will take Megan to Ship Town first. Then he will look for a port for his baby. Just then the owner gives them all some wine. After many days they finally sit and talk in peace. But something sounds strange in the conversation. The owner says zombies are the next form of humans. He says they are the best hunters. So they should rule the world. Just like humans hunted animals. Everyone gets shocked after hearing this. David feels sick and goes to the bathroom. The virus has fully spread in his body. When David comes back, he sees Cassius and the others are unconscious. The owner presses a button. Suddenly, David feels weak and falls to the ground. When he wakes up, he sees they are all tied up. The owner had mixed sleeping drug in the wine. That man is actually a scientist. After many years of hard work, he made a special device. This device uses low sound waves to control zombie behavior. All the people stuck in the forest are part of his test. After telling them this, the scientist opens the cage door. Inside, his wife is locked. She has already turned into a zombie. David looks back and sees the zombie attacking Cassius. But David breaks his rope using the virus power. He ignores the device and saves Cassius and the others. The owner sees danger and runs away. He disappears soon. Cassius does not want to stay there. He finds a car and takes everyone to the deep forest. But the owner is not ready to give up. He uses his device to control zombies and makes them chase the group. Cassius drives faster. But the road ahead is blocked. Now they have only one option: to escape on a motorbike. David knows he does not have much time. So, he decides to stay behind to stop the zombies. He talks to his wife and then bravely enters the crowd of zombies. Even though this only stops the zombies for a short time. Cassius picks up Megan in his arms and keeps moving back while fighting. When the zombies are just about to reach them, suddenly they see a human checkpoint. Abby understands that this is the place they were calling Ship Down. The guards at the checkpoint hear the sound and take out their guns and start shooting at the attacking zombies. The black-faced zombie stops his friends from moving forward because there is a water path ahead that they cannot cross. After some time, Cassius and the others reach a camp. Megan needs quick treatment because it's time for her delivery. Luckily, a doctor and medical help are available there. The next morning, they see the full view of the camp. Several big ships are joined together to make a large platform above the ground. Cassius meets the head of the camp. He allows them to stay, but they must follow some rules. Cassius turns back without thinking. He feels it is better to live on the quiet mountain. But Abby decides to stay there. She feels very good living with her friends. They have a fight over this matter. Then the doctor comes and tells them that Megan has given birth to a daughter, but because of heavy bleeding, she will not live for many days. Cassius feels very sad and runs to the hospital room. Megan has become very weak and she wants Cassius to take care of their newborn daughter and raise her like their first daughter. Cassius agrees to his dying wife's wish. He realizes that now he has a new responsibility. Meanwhile, Abby is happy walking with a handsome boy. She enjoys it for the first time. She never thought so many people could dance together. That's why she becomes more sure about staying there. After being happy, Abby by mistake sees the same handsome boy secretly going into a locked room. The girl becomes very surprised and goes inside. Inside, she sees that the place is full of wires and bombs. On one side, a wireless machine is shining separately. Just then, the boy runs and tells her that they have planted bombs under the camp. If this place is ever in danger, people will escape from the back path and blow up the camp. But both of them didn't know that this day would come so soon. The scientist was still angry. He shakes hands with the black-faced zombie king using his machine. After getting help from the scientist, the water wall protecting the camp fails. Many zombies enter the camp from under the water or through the drains. Because of the sudden attack, many people are killed instantly. And those who have no place to hide are caught by the zombies. Cassius worries about Abby. He goes out to find her. He fights the zombies and moves forward. Finally, he sees Abby fighting and finds her. Maybe in excitement, he bumps into a zombie and falls down. The angry dust comes in front of him. Finally, he gets the chance to take revenge. But Cassius does not give up. He grabs the scientist's hand and hits him hard. This breaks his control machine. The power to control the zombies goes away. The scientist himself becomes a victim of the zombies. Luckily, there was already a tunnel made in the camp for escaping. The people who are still alive use that tunnel to reach the other side of the river. When they are about to press the bomb button, the handsome boy says that Abby is still inside. Cassius runs and kills the zombie king. At that moment, Abby sees a device in the zombie's hand. Isn't this the same device she made for her dad with her own hands? But Abby has no time to think. Cassius quickly pulls her toward the tunnel. The handsome boy sees them running and presses the remote. The camp explodes with a loud blast. But the fight is not over yet. The camp leader comes back holding his neck because a zombie had bitten him. Before the virus spreads, the black-faced zombie attacks him. The surprising thing was that the zombie king had survived the blast. Cassius runs forward and starts fighting him. Abby picks up a gun from the ground and sees that the zombie in front of her is her father. But he is trying to kill Cassius. So finally, Abby makes a decision and shoots the black zombie. In the end, Wahab was no longer her father. Cassius looks at an empty land with the people who are still alive. He decides to start a new human village there. There is no doubt that the last zombie killed by Cassius was Abby's mother. We can say that this whole movie was full of coincidence. If you liked the story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. See you in the next video.